My future wife, don't react until you hear this. Before you say anything, before you jump to a conclusion, or let your heart race for the wrong reason, just breathe. Because what I'm about to tell you, it's something I've been carrying for a while. Not because I wanted to keep it from you, but because I needed to find the right way and the right time to say it. And that time is now. See, when I first met you, I wasn't thinking about forever. I was thinking about surviving, getting through one day at a time, trying to rebuild my life without looking too broken. You walked into my world and didn't ask for the polished version. You didn't care if I had it all figured out. You just showed up with your presence. Steady, soft, honest, and I realized something I didn't want to admit. You made me want more. Not just more love, but more of me. A better version. A real version. Someone who could lead a home, not just live in one. But before I can step into forever with you, before we build that future we keep talking about in whispers before bed, I need to say this next part. The part that might change how you look at me. Alright, there's something I've been keeping in the background. Not to lie, not to trick you, but because I didn't want to give it life until I knew it wouldn't touch us. But truth is, even if I don't speak on it, it still follows me around, in my mind, in the way I move, even in how I love you. So I'm saying it now, not because it's comfortable, but because you deserve to know who you're really building with. Back before I met you, there was someone, not someone I still talk to, not someone I'm stuck on, but someone who left a mark on the way I trust. We weren't good. We weren't healthy. We were two people pretending to be a team while secretly tearing each other apart. It started small, little lies, little cracks in the foundation. And before I knew it, I was defending myself in every conversation, walking on eggshells, loving like I owed something, just for being human. And when it ended, I wasn't just heartbroken, I was confused about love, about myself, about how I could give so much and still feel like not enough. That's the version of me you met. One that was healing quietly, one that smiled, but still flinched when things got too calm. Because calm used to come right before the storm. But you were different. You didn't push. You didn't rush me to open up. You just gave me space to breathe. And little by little, I started trusting again. But here's where it gets real. Here's where it gets real, and where I need you to really hear me. Not just listen, because as much as I've healed, there are still pieces of me that get scared when things feel too good. Still parts that ask, what if this ends like the last time, even when you've done nothing wrong? You've given me nothing but love. Pure, patient, present love. The kind that doesn't just feel good, it feels safe. And yet, there are moments where I catch myself pulling back. Not because I don't want you, but because I'm scared to mess this up. Scared to need you too much. Scared to lean too hard on something that finally feels real. Scared that if I let myself fall all the way in, you might see the parts of me that still doubt if I'm enough for someone like you. But I'm tired of loving you halfway, even if that's not how it looks on the outside. I want to show up fully, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I want to love you in a way that doesn't make you question anything. But I knew I couldn't step into that kind of love until I was honest about what I've carried in silence. So when I said don't react until you hear this, what I meant was don't let this truth make you forget who I'm trying to become for us. Because this confession, it's not a step back. It's me finally stepping forward. So now that I've said it, now that you know the weight I've been carrying, I want to tell you something even more important. I've already chosen you, not halfway, not with caution, not with one foot out the door, in case things go wrong. I've chosen you with everything in me, even with the fear, even with the old scars that still sting sometimes, even with the memories I don't always like talking about. You see, it's easy to love when things feel light. It's easy to say, I'm here for you, when everything's flowing smooth. But real love is when someone opens their heart, tells you what they've been through, shows you the mess they cleaned up alone, and asks you to stay anyway. That's what I'm doing now. I'm not just giving you the good parts, the romantic moments, the laughs, the kisses, the comfort. I'm giving you the real stuff too. The late night doubts, the little fears that creep in when I start imagining our future. The weight of feeling like I've got to be perfect for you when all I really need to be is honest. Because that's the kind of marriage I want with you. One where we don't have to pretend, where we can be tired, scared, raw, and still hold hands through all of it. So if you're still here, if you're still listening with an open heart, I've got more to tell you. There's something about you that makes me want to tell the truth, even the parts I've hidden from myself. You see, before you, I was surviving, not in a dramatic, tragic way, just going through life numb, smiling when I needed to, performing when I had to, but never really letting anyone in. Because when you've been hurt, you start protecting yourself from good things too, just in case they don't last. But then you walked in, and little by little you made it hard to stay hidden. You asked questions, not to pry, but to understand. You listened without rushing me. You gave me space without making me feel like I was pushing you away. And that's when I realized you're not here for the version of me I pretend to be. You're here for the real me. Even when I'm quiet, even when I overthink, even when I'm scared to say how much I need you, because I don't want to sound weak. You've made it clear. You don't need me to be perfect. You just need me to be present. And that changes everything. Because now, when I think about being your husband, I'm not thinking about being your husband. I'm not thinking about proving something to the world. I'm thinking about the nights we'll talk in the dark, the moments we'll grow through, the fights we'll learn from, and the quiet comfort of knowing we chose each other, not just once but over and over again. Even when it's hard, even when we're tired, even when love doesn't feel as easy as it did in the beginning. That's what I want with you. And that's what I'm ready for. You know what the craziest part is? Even after everything I've said, after all the pieces I've laid out, after all the fears I've exposed, you still haven't walked away. You're still here, still listening, still present. And that's how I know I'm not just falling for you. I'm standing with you. Because real love isn't loud all the time. It's not made for show. Real love is quiet trust. It's you looking at me like, okay, thank you for telling me. Now what do we do next? It's not about fixing me. It's about walking with me. You don't need me to be some unshakable perfect man. You just need me to be real and consistent. So, that's what I'm committing to now. No more hiding how I feel just to look strong. No more shutting down when my thoughts get heavy. No more protecting you from my truth by pretending I'm fine, because that's not protection. That's distance. And I don't want distance with you. I want closeness. The kind where I can look you in the eye and say, I'm struggling today, and know you won't see me as weak. The kind where I don't have to explain myself fully for you to still reach for my hand. You've shown me that love isn't just saying I'm here. It's proving it when it's uncomfortable. And that's what I'm going to do for you now. Every day, every season, every version of us. Now that I've laid everything on the table, the past, the fears, the parts of me I've been scared to show, let me tell you what I see when I look at you. I see home, not a place, not just comfort, but something deeper. A space where my walls come down without force, where I don't have to earn love with perfection. I just receive it by showing up as myself. You've become the quiet I never knew I needed, the peace I used to think only existed in movies, and the kind of woman who makes forever not just sound beautiful, but possible. And I know you're not perfect either. You've got your own scars, your own worries, your own what if I'm not enough thoughts that you hide behind strength and smiles. But here's what I want you to hear now, and remember forever, you are already enough. Not because you check every box, not because you say all the right things, but because you choose to love fully. Even when it's hard, even when you're unsure, even when you're healing too. That kind of heart, it's rare. And I'd be a fool not to honor it. So, this story, this moment, this whole confession, it's not a warning. It's not a red flag. It's a door. One I'm opening wide and honest, saying, come in, this is all of me. And I'm asking for all of you too. Because when I call you my future wife, I don't say it lightly.